anybody that is good in speaking is good in speaking.
At every level, you can upgrade.
Of course. What does your brand, Vic Influential, all right, that we are representing today, what does your brand have in stock for Africans?
Welcome to Vic Influential Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Victor. Today I have three amazing people with us, but I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. My immediate left.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Blaze.
Blaze, welcome to my show.
Thank you.
And yes, my boss.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Vic Influential.
Yes.
My name is Chima Michael, and I'm honored to be in your show today. Thank you.
Yes. Last time was fire.
Wow.
Last time was fire. I'm very, very sure South Africans enjoyed that show. Personally, I don't want to say anything than that. I'm my co-host. The man that is always making me proud.
I'm lucky by name, as you all know.
All right. Welcome. So we are going to start, I invite you, Mr. Blaze and Mr. Chima, the people we are looking up to, you understand, to tell us story. We would like us to interact today so that our viewers will enjoy. You tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came from Cameroon, right?
Yes.
When you came, just brief, and Mr. Chima, I know Mr. Chima have already introduced himself to us on our previous video, but we would like you to briefly tell us a little bit how we can look up to you and our viewers also, how we can look up to you too.
Okay, thank you so much, and good afternoon, everybody. And it has been a roller coaster living from where I come from, Cameroon, to here. So though the time that I came here, it was a little bit amazing. Things were going on well in 2013. It wasn't like now that you have to go to an agent to apply for a visa and so on and so forth. So my own transition was so straight. I came here, though if you want to come here, you need to have somebody very concrete, like somebody that would orientate you properly, somebody that would tell you what is happening here. Because nowadays what people do is they bring people here, the people have nothing in their brain, they don't know what they're coming here to do, they don't know how things function here. And when they come here even, they don't even know the steps to take. So my coming here, though I wasn't treated the way I was thinking, my expectations were very high, and living back home, it's not like I was living here to come and hustle. It was just like moving from one place to another to improve myself.
Yeah.
So coming here again, and it has been so from one place to another, meeting people, upgrading myself. Anyway, I'll tell you more about my journey from where I started. From there, it has been amazing. But those that are listening, if you pay attention, if you listen, if you follow it properly, trust me, you will never go astray.
What year did you come?
I came in 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
So 11 years now.
It's more than 11 years
Wow.
already.
No, they are above.
And it has been a roller coaster according to you.
My God. Amazing. Everything you do and everywhere you go, there is always the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
so you have to face all of them.
From one successful brother to another, Mr. Mike.
Wow, I have an elder statesman by my right. All right, I came a bit later than my beloved brother here. So I came in 2019, and all I would say is that it's been up and down, but God has been faithful as well, So my coming here, I would say it was not so difficult, this agenting thing and the rest of it. The first time I tried to come, I was actually duped. So I would not want to go deep into that detail because the person that duped me, he was not the person that actually collected the money from me. It's just like you are related to me. You collect the money out of genuineness. Now you give to some other person, the person dupes you, and it's affected me. All right. So later I got somebody that actually did the visa, and of course it worked out. And there was a key point he mentioned. He talked about orientation. So when I came, Of course, we know the name Dubai.
Yes.
There are expectations, You'll be expecting so much of a thing that when you come to Dubai, in 1 year, you're going to maybe have 3-story building back home. So when I came, it was a bit of difficulty, trying to blend, trying to understand the system, trying to have people to put you through. It was one of the things I learned at that time. We didn't have so much of people that had that knowledge we needed. We were sorting after at that point in time. So many of the things we had to fight it out by ourselves, find it out by ourselves. And it has been up and down, So from one stage to another. But one thing that is very consistent about my journey, I would say, is that I don't allow each year to meet me the same. Like we are starting the year from January to December. Yeah. I should not be the same the way I started January and be the same in December. Absolutely. There should be tremendous changes, positive changes. You set targets per year. You try to see that you achieve them, you accomplish them. When you go to my room now, I have to make it very bold this year, that this year, look at the list of things I want to achieve. If I don't achieve 100%, I should be able to achieve 80 to 90%. So,
I've been to your abode before.
Okay.
So I saw that list, right? The red list.
Yes.
The last one was what?
The second to the last one you wanted to say. Yeah, but I will not mention that.
So that one, how long will that one take?
We are believing and hoping that before the year runs out, that we are going to achieve that one.
Okay.
I just to add to what he said, honestly speaking, writing things down is very, very important. Yeah. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in the Word of God. So whatever thing that I do, I make sure that I go and refer myself to the Bible. So whatever is said here now, if you go to the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 2 to 3, the Bible said it clear that write your vision and make them plain. So when the Lord will go through it, He will know whatever thing that you want.
Hallelujah, somebody.
It's not about keeping them in your mind. Your mind cannot keep everything. But though the Lord already knows what is in your mind, but the fact that you write it down, first of all, you honor Him and you honor His word. And whenever He goes through it, man.
You write it and put it in the Bible, or you write it and do it?
Me, I for one, I have my laptop. It's on my laptop.
Okay.
On the screen, as I just on it, it will just pop up there. Yeah, in a sticker. Wow. It reminds me every day.
So, President, what do you do?
I'm a project manager by profession. Like I said, there is a lot.
Yes.
Because everybody's life here is a project. Your life is a project. You being alive is a project. You living your country, coming here is a project. You coming here, you have expectation, like you said. And those expectations is a project. And those projects, you cannot keep them in your brain. You have to write them down.
Okay.
And those projects, for them to be achieved, you have to set some principles in what they call a project management framework.
Okay, let me ask you this question. It might sound funny, but I mean what I'm going to ask. A project manager, is it your life journey you managing, or you have where you're working? Because the way you said it now, you have a company you work in, or you have business that you...
Actually, I stopped working for people since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Life has not been easy. I started my first business or my first company in that same 2019, 2020, in the peak time of the virus where people were shut down.
The pandemic.
Has not been easy, yes. And like my brother said, he makes sure that every year never makes him the same. That is my own principle. Even when I was still working under people, right? I make sure that my visa never gets renewed. And how can I do it possible? I need to keep upgrading myself every time.
If there is any way you be putting Cameroon, let the Cameroonians be proud.
Let them
be proud of their brother. Spitting fire. Let them be proud of their brother.
Trust me, guys. There is nothing more than educating yourself. Trust me, that is a key, something that I learned. There is nothing that is more than educating yourself, because education is something that will never leave you. They always said the person that can never learn something is a person that is dead. Even somebody on his dying bed in his last minute still have something to learn.
We are always learning.
He dies. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to comment something here, just to buttress what he has said and to strike a balance. You see, at times when there are people that have come to me to say that most of the time when we try to motivate people out there, when we try to give lectures, we are talking about, education in regards to academics, that there are people that don't have that retentive memory to do, to study, and there are people that are very talented with handwork and all. Now, what he is saying about education, I'm meaning to understand, I want to assume that he is not majoring education as regards academics only. Now, education cuts across you having to be trained even, practically, not just you taking a course in maybe cybersecurity, for instance, or safety, for instance, or project management, for instance. All these are very good and very wonderful. But it is very good also for people to know what they can do well for themselves, all right? For instance, a person that is very good at being a mechanic, if you take that person now and go and put him maybe somewhere else that is difficult for him, he might wait so many years. Not as if he will not learn.
Yeah.
He might learn, but wait so many years. But if you put him there as a mechanic, he might do much better. All right. So it is good for people to know their area of expertise. It is good for people to know their core strengths. See, you write out your strengths and weaknesses to see these are the core strengths I have, and these are the weaknesses. So for these weaknesses, it's like check and balance when you do finance, like check and balance. If you have 5-5, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses. Now, those weaknesses, when you're able to work on one, you've taken one weakness from here and you've added to your strength. Now you have 6 strengths and 4 weaknesses. All right.
Yeah.
So that way, people will be able to, know where and how to channel their energy.
So you mean at every level, you can upgrade.
Of course.
It's not that I'm doing mechanic here now, so I need to fight to go to university or to get this degree. It means there are some places you can fight to upgrade even at that level that you are.
Yes.
Just to spice it, he has mentioned something very amazing. Okay. So for me, like I said, I'm not only a project manager, I'm a project trainer. I train people on how to certify themselves as professional project management. If you go and check online now, project management, there are 2 types of project management. If you want to handle the traditional project management, which is handled in construction side. If you want to handle the agile project side, which is the IT side or the event and so on and so forth, you can as well do that. I train people on that. So when people come to me, boss, I want to be like you, I want to be a project manager. Like he said, a technician, though he might transition to project management, but first of all, before I go through that process, I need to understand your level of understanding, because being a project manager, you need to know how to integrate with people, guide people, coordinate people, and manage people. To manage people is the most difficult thing out here. Very, very, very difficult. So if you are able to manage people, then you are already 50% away ahead to be a project manager. This is the most difficult thing to do. So, in fact, project management now, and so on and so forth, education, like back home in our country, the system of education is so complicated. Trust me, I will never be shy to talk about my background or how I came about. I was a school dropout.
Okay, I want you are my co-host in something.
Yeah,
so I wonder how did you guys meet?
Through social media.
Through social media?
Yeah, through social media.
Yeah, how? Because of your work also. He was the one that reached out to you.
Yeah.
Yes, I reached out to him. Like I said, hey, because I saw what he does is amazing. I love what he does.
Yeah.
And I encourage all Africans here, don't be shy. If you have a talent in you, portray it out there. Somebody might see it and just pick you out and make it shine. There are people that have talent. I, for one, I know one day my God will locate me where I'll be able to sit and talk in thousands of people, because I have what it takes for people to transition from one place to another. So what he did, trust me, my inbox is full.
He likes to promote African businesses.
Yes.
So
and what I did is for my own African people to not only be contented on the 5,000, 6,000 salary that they had. Meanwhile, the other nationality, which I don't want to mention, they are easily making 6 figures, 7 figures easily. So I was asking them, if these people can make this amount, are we different from them? Are they having 2 heads or 2 hands or 4 legs? So if they can get that, why can't we? So there is a process to follow, right? Like I said, there's a framework. If you follow that framework, you can achieve your dreams easily.
So I have a question. So what do you guys think in UAE between certification and experience, which is more valuable here in the UAE?
Okay.
First, I want us to make this question in twofold.
Yeah.
First, in life generally.
Yeah.
Then in UAE.
Okay, so it's a very nice question. It's an awesome question. Now, talking about certification and experiences, these two things, they work hand in hand.
Okay.
All right. So, of course, experience is going to make you knowledgeable. It's going to make you very grounded. However, a certification can actually help you to speed up. All right. I'm going to give you examples. There are working places you go to. You see people, let me say, age somewhere around 45 to 50 years.
Okay.
They've been working in a company for like 10 to 15 years. They have so much of experiences. However, they may be lower than maybe supervisory level and the rest of it. Now you see a person that has just graduated from school. He has only 2 years of experience, but now he's fully loaded because he has 2 years of experience and a lot of certifications. He becomes a manager of that person that has spent up to 10 to 15 years. So it's something that should be integrated. You have to integrate them, and I think that's going to make you run faster and achieve your goals faster. Yeah.
For me, I will talk based in here in the UAE.
Okay.
So people in the UAE believe so much into certification. I always ask myself, is that certificate the one doing the work?
Okay.
Getting the certificate is one. Backing what you are hired to do is another one. You might be a doctorate degree certified somebody, but does it qualify you to do that work?
But I think it depends on the job that you're doing. If you're like a lawyer or a doctor and all that.
Being a lawyer with a certificate, that's one, but the experience in the field also matters.
In every work, you need experience.
Yeah.
You need experience, but I believe that in UAE, they believe so much in papers without knowing that those papers are not the one doing the work. So even when I give training to my students, I don't focus on getting them certified. I focus them on getting the knowledge so that once they are there, they can back it up. So experience for me is better than being certified, though certification is just a requirement.
There was something you mentioned earlier, and I just wanted to highlight it before we forget about it. You made mention of maybe people earning somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 that they can do better and get more. I totally agree with what you are saying. However, there are people out there that might be having heartbreak, because there are people that are still earning 1,500, 1,000. In fact, the truth is we have more Africans earning less than Africans earning more. Like any African earning above 5,000, they see such Africans to be at least okay, like comfortable. Because why? It's because those earning below 5,000 are more. All right. Yeah. So let us take a practical example. This project management you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. It's your field. So if all Africans, assuming all Africans, train on becoming project managers, okay?
Yeah.
Is the market going to be able to occupy or to accommodate them and give them jobs?
Amazing question. And this is a very straightforward answer.
Okay.
The project management, first of all, in Dubai is still raw. It's not yet being exploited. Like I said, the project management is divided into 2 concepts. The first concept is handling the traditional one, which is done in construction, while the second part is in IT. But what I train people from the beginning stage, like those people below that 1,000, 2,000, is to handle, first of all, the IT part of it. Because why? If you do that one, you can also handle projects like handle even a sales team. You can handle a customer service team based on the type of framework that I'll be training with. And again, that part is not only getting jobs in Dubai, because 90% of PSM certified, which is a professional Scrum Master certified jobs, are 90% remote. It means you can sit at the comfort of your home,
And be
make your
working
5-6 figure at the comfort of your home. You manage project remotely. I, for one, I manage project where in Canada and US.
This
Based
5
on
to
the
6 figures, is it in France or in dirhams?
Based on the currency that you want, but I know it will be 5 to 6 figures.
Wow.
When I mean 5 to 6, it means yearly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can handle that easily because being a strong master, you just need to be connected. You can manage your team. Even being here, you have a team in the US and you are here working. So you just need, there is a software that you can track your project, see the project, how it goes, and see the progress of the team. And from there now, you know how to tackle them. So 95% or 90 to 95%, mostly stay-home moms that are taking care of their kids, they are mostly Scrum Masters in the US.
Just one last question. Sorry. There might be somebody listening out there that might have one question. Just say where I have it in my mind. Maybe the person might be saying, but I've had this certification for up to 2 years and I've not gotten a job. So I want to ask you, what is the percentage, by ratio of people with these certifications that have gotten jobs?
The percentage is very, very, very high.
Can you give a figure?
I can say 95%.
Wow.
Because those that don't get that job, like I said, I don't only train people. I also build people LinkedIn CVs. Because why? Recruiters, when they hire people, they go on LinkedIn or Indeed, type keywords. If your CV or LinkedIn is not filtered with those keywords, you will not be seen.
Keyword like what?
There are some keywords like Agile Project Manager, Scrum Master, Agile Lead Generator. So those are the keywords when they come and search. If your CV doesn't have those keywords, you will not be seen. Okay. So people, they don't get job. It's not like they are not qualified. People are qualified, but they don't know the process. I love to use this word framework because when you have a system where, if you have a proper system of how to work or how to do any of your thing, you will never be cut short. Like now, let's say, for example, this studio. Okay, the owner of this studio said, I have a project. I have people that want to do 1 or 2. I can know how I can take this project. I put it down. I go through that framework. I put things together in a way that he will spend less, time saving, and well effective. So if you don't have a process, no, I'm sorry, it can't work.
So now, but let us bring it to the UAE, right? Because in reality, a lot of our African brothers here in the UAE, like you said, we have more that are earning less than those that are earning high. A lot of African brothers here in the UAE do not have like a degree, if we are to be realistic. So what is the way forward? Are they to take courses? How can they improve themselves? Because definitely they cannot afford to start schooling or go to university here in the UAE. So what is the way forward?
Again, let me pick that up. Again, say it depends on. I stated it before. It is good for people to know what they are good at. That is the first thing.
How can they identify what they are good at? Because
that is going to be a very broad and different topic, but I'll just touch it a little. You can identify what you're good at. Say there are things that you do at ease. When there is a setup right now, and maybe they are looking for who to decorate this place. You know that you've not gone to any school, kind of decoration school, but you just be like, put this here. Nobody should. You don't need a spiritualist to tell you that you're good. You're very meticulous in that kind of thing. So it can be a retentive person, a person that writes exams and pass. He does not even need to go to university or something. It can be a person that can fix, if something is damaged, he fixes it and it works. It can be a motivational speaker. You're invited somewhere even without being prepared, and you talk and you see that people are listening to you.
Sorry, this is a very good point now.
Yeah.
There are some people that they are good in speaking.
Yeah.
But they are just talking and bantering and just having WhatsApp arguments.
Now,
so how can they build on that? For example?
Now that is one thing.
How can they build on WhatsApp arguments?
Like now they know they can talk. They can talk very well.
Yeah.
But that is the only thing they know about themselves. How can they make a career out of it?
Now it is one thing to find out what you're good at. Then it is another thing to find out how you can work on what you're good at. You can actually realize you are good at talking. But then if you don't manage it very well, or if you don't work on it very well, you can be a talkative and die as a talkative without achieving anything. I don't know if you understand. So as at the time I realized that I have good communication skills, you know, I had gone years past without utilizing it.
Then you're a sweet talker.
Good communication.
When you realize that you're a sweet talker.
You know, I had gone years past without utilizing it. What does this mean? This means I would just be talking and talking and talking. You know, some people might say, this guy is a talkative. Then when I went back inside to see, talkative, is he to my disadvantage or to my advantage? I started making researches. I started, you know, studying and all to say that I can actually use this to my advantage. So this means to say that whatever people see as a disadvantage in your life, you know, the viewer's life, it can become your advantage if you use it positively. All right? He asked a question as regards to
How to identify.
And how to use them. Okay? Yeah. Now, you can identify when you see yourself doing things at ease. Like, for instance, now, I don't fail to tell people I love politics, you know? And when they ask me why, I say, leadership is something that I don't need so much of studies and all to do. It is something that you wake me up from the sleep and say you have about 1,000 people, go and manage them. All I need to do is go there. I just see what is happening there. Give me 1 week, give me 2 weeks, give me 3 weeks. You're going to see those champions, those people that they don't listen, you know. You're going to see them very subjective. I mean, it is not what everybody can do, but this is something that is inherent. Just as you are, there are things you can do at ease that I cannot do. For me, I cannot go, I don't know how to cook, even though I can learn. But I know you're a good chef.
Yeah.
You can that is a skill you can learn, you know. I'm just giving an example to say you identify it and you use them. There are people that are there is a saying that goes this way, that the graveyard is the richest place in the world.
Full of talent.
Yes, you know why? Because we have very talented people that took their talents and gifts and, you know, everything to the grave without utilizing it. So that is why I appreciate what you do, your co-host Lopi, and my brother here. You know, I love being among people that try to bring out the best out of people. You give people knowledge, you try to motivate them, you try to see that they are better people. Because we are youth, we have to change the status quo. You don't need to go to the grave with what you brought to this world. You need to change at least one life.
Okay, I want this question goes like this. Sweet talkers, are they good salesmen?
Okay, you are a sweet talker, so you can answer.
A sweet talker might not be a good salesman.
Let's put it like this: a womanizer, somebody that can easily get a girl.
Okay.
Can such person be a good salesman?
No, 100% no.
Why?
Because the system or the framework that or the process that you use in toasting.
I thought it's convincing the person.
No, it's not same. The process that you use in talking to that lady is not the same process that you use in closing a sales deal. First of all, closing a sales deal in real estate. For me, okay, if I go to a real estate company now, they tell me that take this client, he is ready to pay. Call him, close it. First of all, I need to identify where the client is coming from, the case of the client, the area that the client wants, and the client's budget. And the preferred time that I can talk to that client. Because these rich people are only to talk to them, not even problem. They don't get time. So whenever I identify all these things, okay, then I'll know how to place. I'll get options to give him. Then I know how to play with the figures and so on and so forth. But the girl, I meet the girl in the road, I'll just stop and
I ask this question because somebody might say, I'm a sweet talker. Maybe I might be good in sales.
Yeah.
So let me try it.
I beg to differ from what he says. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody that is good in speaking is good in speaking.
Okay.
But it depends on where our mind is.
Yes.
So if like somebody that is good in convincing a lady, for example, it's because he has not thought about channeling these talents to sales. If you just probably do a little bit of research, do a little bit of reading, and this is where it's going this now. Because at the end of the day, even if you take your brother out to sell, it is humans like that you meet. You are not selling to robots. You are selling to ladies. You are selling to men. So if you know how to convince a lady, the idea is to project whatever you believe and make other people believe in whatever you believe in. So if you can convince other people to believe in what you believe in, maybe it is religion, politics, ladies, whatever, you are a good salesman. And I think think speaking is a very, very good skill that everybody should have. For example,
So let's start this point.
Okay.
First. A womanizer can actually be a good salesman.
Definitely.
Sorry, look, are you speaking from experience or? I should understand.
His point is clear. Like somebody that can
His point is clear that he's a womanizer.
No. Womanizer can, if the person train itself, get trained.
But if you understand your product,
Yes.
you study it, you understand it, then you know your target audience.
I ask this question because there are guys that are just wasting their time somewhere.
No.
I, for one, I'm that shy type that what you guys do on the street, I cannot do it. I'm that shy type to stop people on the road and start talking about anything. I can't do it. But you see, training, standing in the front of crowd of people, presenting something, this is my own call. But it doesn't mean that I cannot go on the road. I don't know how to talk.
If you want to do it, you will do it.
So now,
But I'm not just like
You're not right.
anybody that's a womanizer, for example, and he wants to get into sales.
If you are you pointing? Are you pointing him?
Anybody.
You're immediate person.
Anybody. So if you are good in speaking, if you are good in talking to ladies, if you are fluent in talking to ladies, there are a lot of women products that you can sell. For example, I've heard a lot of ladies that say they like men making their hair more. So there's something interesting when a man is trying to sell you a makeup brand, for example, right? So or a chef. Everybody takes this whole cooking to be a woman's duty, but there are a lot of men that are chefs and they are doing great in
actually in Dubai, almost 95%
of the
chefs are
restaurants.
men.
Yes.
I am a chef.
A proud man for that matter.
And chefs,
Okay,
So you can venture into ladies' product and you might do very good in that.
Let me mention something, and this has to do with talking. All right. Another thing is having what we call strong personality. All right. Being somebody of strong will. What does that mean? That you're not tossed about by trends and all. Maybe somebody comes to tell you this is the idea. Before you know, you leave everything you've been planning before, and you divert. The next day somebody tells you something, you divert. At the end of the day, that person becomes confused. Again, that is why you, as an individual, should know what works for you. All right? It is good to be open to ideas. It is good to be open to opinions. But at the end of the day, what works for me might not work for my brother here. All right? There's what we call individual differences. We are different. Now, that is two. Another thing is what we call confidence. All right? So, wear confidence as a cloth wherever you're going. Okay? So, when I meet people at times, like people of class, and I majestically walk up to them and talk, they'll be expecting that maybe this guy is placed somewhere very high, but they don't know that what I'm putting on as a cloth is confidence. All right? So it does not mean that you have to have all the money in the world. It does not mean you have to have all the sense in the world. Okay? That sense you have, if you polish it very well, you can actually project it out there and it becomes something very worthy. Okay, at the end of the day, I'll keep saying it that we define ideas, we define knowledge. Okay, I might know something more than Lopi, but there are things also, a lot of things that he knows more than me. All right, so confidence is something that will beautify you. All right, there are people that maybe come to me to say they have ideas, let us do this business. One thing I would check is how confident are you in that business you're selling to me? If you're not confident it will succeed, why will I invest my money? If you're not confident that this phone you want to sell to me now that it will work, why will I even buy it? So people's mind, the mind is actually dependent. I will explain what I mean by that. When I say the mind is dependent, it means that the mind can be swayed. It can be swayed. Lopi now might decide to wear this as a cloth coming here. But he has projected his mind already that he wants to wear this. But I'll just come to his room. This shirt where you want to wear, no day, okay. What if you wear this? Now his mind has been what?
Sweet.
And he will wear something else. So that power of conviction is something that every young youth out there, these four things,
but now,
there are more.
From what you said, I have two questions.
Yes, please.
This confidence, can it also be mistaken for arrogance or pride?
Stubbornness. I wanted to ask
that
question.
Good question.
Okay.
Now, delivery matters. Presentation matters. What does this mean? It means to say that you can actually have something positive but project it negatively. All right. So when you say you are confident, now wisdom demands that you should present whatever you have in you in a very structured, diplomatic, and in a very reliable, and a way that when people are listening and they are seeing you do it, they will not see it as arrogance. They will not see it as pride. They will be convinced that this guy knows what he's doing.
Okay, let's put that to test. Why do you and Lopi say that I'm stubborn?
Because you're actually stubborn. I mean, stubbornness and confidence, they are two different things.
Stubborn in what sense?
So you told him he's stubborn too?
Yes, he's stubborn.
I just
From the amount of two or more, established.
very little to what he said.
Yeah.
You can be a very sweet talker, but you don't have that confidence to approach that girl. You know deep in you that you know how to talk to a girl, you know how to sweet talk a girl, but the confidence, the first step, you don't have that confidence in you. So confidence has to play a very big role in everything that you do. People go to interviews with a knowledge experience because of lack of confidence. They don't get the job. I have been there because my last job that I left, I was operation director of sales and operation. I hired my team from the technicians, sales, operations, and everything. When I see somebody that have all the qualities, I don't try to judge them based on their weaknesses. Somebody can have everything it takes, but his weakness is that there's no confidence to talk or panicking. I'll give a try. I always give a try. Like, come and show me practically now. Because people cannot have that confidence enough to talk on you on the interview, panicking, maybe based on the previous experiences or based on the job market, just things, or just looking for a job desperately. When they get a job now, they go there. Like I always tell people, going to an interview is like talking to your friend. Go sit. If the boss is, for example, a European, like my last one I went, I crossed my leg, I sat. I took a glass of water, I drank. We were having a conversation. This is not arrogant. People might think that his pride is arrogant. No.
Somebody that is looking for assistant job can somebody that just
it depends too. Like for example, cleaning, security, and these smaller jobs. But though there is a standard to follow when you go to a job interview. First of all, you greet and you stand. You wait until they offer you a seat.
Confidence is very important.
Yes.
Confidence is important.
I have one personal question that I want to ask. Yeah, it's about myself.
Oh, okay.
That I want to ask him. Talking about this whole strong will, confidence, and the rest. Some people do tell me that I'm very opinionated.
Okay.
And some people will say, I like my things. I like to have the last say, or I like things to be done my way. But to me, I feel like I'm giving an advice.
Okay.
I cannot force anybody. I do not force anybody to do. But if we are doing something, I would like to tell you this is what I think about it. And I want you to also counter whatever I say. If I have to counter, I'll still counter whatever you say. And both of us can counter. At the end of the day, you do whatever you do. But something I've now noticed is a lot of time, people, when I keep on saying whatever I'm saying, people like to now say that you want it to be done your way. So what do you have to say about that?
Okay.
All of these dynamics.
Okay. See, it is dicey. I would say it in two ways. Firstly, I would say this is a place of open-mindedness.
Okay.
You know, now being open-minded to be able to receive feedback is something that everybody should have. You know, and now if people have told you, maybe a few persons have told you that you would like it to be your way. For me, what I do is when I get feedback, I go home and assess myself. You know, I try to check, am I actually always wanting it to be my way? People management is something that, again, I think people should have. People management. Because people management will help you to be able to manage people and situations. How do I mean? For instance, if we are arguing here, I know maybe I am right.
Okay.
All right? And three of you are bringing other views and blah, 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 and the rest of it. Now, that ability to be able to manage situations and people might want me to pull back, to draw back a bit so that there will be peace and decorum. Okay? Now, I must not win all arguments. Okay, to be able to manage situations, because there are situations that might escalate and
I
it will
thought he
bring
said
problems.
his opinion.
Sorry?
I thought he said opinion.
Yeah. Now he said when people tell him that he's always wanting his own will to happen. Okay, being strong-willed does not necessarily mean that your will always come into effect.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
the meeting
now-
and all.
So now you're saying if I see somebody do something I feel or I know I can come in.
Look, I think I have one word to. You have. I don't know if it's. We have master here. You have a strong will opinion delivery.
Strong will opinion delivery.
Can I
Yes.
spice one?
Yeah.
Lopi just said, Lopi, that is not a good aspect of life.
Okay.
Honestly speaking, anything that I do, I always try to refer to the project management side because I know everybody's life is a project. Okay, in Agile, which is the IT project management, developers, now we are all developers here. So if we all are working in one project, we are all developers. And being in that development group, everybody has a say. There is no hierarchy.
Yeah, sure.
That's point number one. Even if our co-host here is 20 years of experience, I'm just 2 years, you are 1 year, he's 3 years, everybody's same. And everybody's opinion counts.
Yeah.
You bring your opinion, then we assess them all, okay, understand them, then come with one. So being you that you want things to be done in your own way, it means you are not ready to work in a group of people. Then you work on your own alone. You cannot work with people because even I, myself, whenever I train, I have somebody that I always ask, though for more than a year now that I train people, I always ask like, how was it? Did I train well? Did my points were clear? Because I'm open to learn. I don't claim that I know everything,
Correct.
no matter how many years I've been doing this. But I always try to get feedback. Even from my students, I always ask them, hey, throughout this process, how did you feel? Did you feel like I did it well, or where do you think that I should learn more?
Mm.
How can I improve myself on the things that I lack, so that when I meet the next student, I can do much more better?
So are you people now saying that we should not counter other people's opinion? Because this point I'm trying to make clear, like I said earlier, I do not force people to do anything. Everybody that has worked with me, I want to believe I'm a very chill person. I do not force, but I like to give my opinion. It is left for you to take it or not take it. But one thing I've now noticed that people do not like to be told what to do. It's something I've noticed. So now I've resolved to, okay, if I feel like it does not concern me, I'll just keep quiet, which I don't think it is right, especially if we are close, for example. So are you saying I should sometimes not give my own opinion, or because I'm not?
See, knowing where to stop is another good gift I would say people should have. What it means is you should know when to stop. If you're giving opinions and they are not appreciated, it's being trivialized and people use it maybe against you to say negative things against you, then you have to pull back. See, if they want you, when you make yourself too available, you will not be appreciated. When they want you, when they value you, they are going to sought after you. They are going to look for you. All right? So there was a time in my life when I was out there for any and everybody. Okay? I almost lost myself. Lost myself in the sense that my sleeping time, my study time, my personal growth, all these things were affected. Why? Because I was always out there for people. I was giving myself out there for people. It does not mean I have stopped. However, it means now that I'm giving myself also time so that I can have what to give. Because if you suck out everything in me, maybe the knowledge I have gathered in 1 year, I can only maybe exhaust it in maybe 3-4 years. If I don't advance, there will be nothing left of me to give. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
So how can we tie all of this in with all of this? Let us bring it back to the topic we are talking about.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
help people
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One is very important.
2 is less important.
Second will be a little bit silly.
Silly.
Yeah, it
for
has
silly
to do with
questions,
something. The second one will have to do with this one that is here. But the first one is
Yes.
what skill that somebody need to do is that person is not going to maybe open computer and start typing, reading, writing. Maybe the person can go to YouTube and watch, right? What skill do somebody need to learn that is a bit lucrative? Somebody that can learn it and start doing the job, maybe to have a family, a bit lucrative, but you don't have to go to school and start reading, writing, something like that.
Okay, we have already talked about that here.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to be open-minded. You need to know how to talk. You need to know how to integrate with people. Get something. What I always do is that how I started being so confident.
No. I'm asking, like, is it okay? Let me put it open. Can somebody need to go learn photography to be a photographer, a videographer, or editing? Where do you think somebody that I just need to go learn this? If I'm good at it, I can get a good paying job, you know.
Okay, can I come in?
Yes.
You mentioned something when you were asking a question, like somebody does not need to open maybe system, laptop, and all, and they will learn things. My advice.
Okay, let's say somebody that doesn't know how to read or write.
Okay, my advice for youths out there. See, the world is becoming very digital. Okay, if you don't know how to read or write, if you don't know how to use the system, make it a point of duty to learn these basic things. Okay, whether you are going to be a manager, whether you are going to be a mechanic, whatever you want to do. One of my friends, I went with one of my friends to repair his car, you know, to look for the fault of his car. They just plugged one machine there to read the entire vehicle, to know to dictate where the problem is coming from. You know, now this is phasing out some things that mechanic will go and be opening and be checking.
Before.
You plug in something. So these are basic things that anywhere you are, just try to know what is happening there and you advance. Okay. Now, again, you asked about what are the skills or things they should learn. Another thing is solving problem. How? I'm going to break this down. I'll give you an example. For instance, now we know that the entire world is getting warmer. Warmer in the sense that it was projected that the world is going to be hotter by 1%. So there is an environmental problem already in the world. So people that are channeling their energy towards that direction are going there to solve problems, so they are going to have jobs. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. So learning skills, learning whatever you want to learn, be sure it's solving a problem. If I have an adage, I have a very famous saying I used to say, if you as an individual, if you're not solving a problem, you are indirectly a problem waiting to be solved. I'm going to repeat that. If you are not solving a problem.
Okay. Don't. I want the very common people to understand this. That's why I asked that question. And that's why I use maybe videographer, maybe somebody to handle camera or editing. If somebody, for example, this guy is a gate man,
okay,
and he doesn't know how to read or write, but he watches YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And the person maybe luckily come across this video, come across this partner. What kind of job that the person can learn to do that will pay him maybe 30% higher than being a...
Okay. Sorry, I want to comment for this. I think we live in this world now. We live in a computer world now.
Okay.
For anybody that does not know how to read and write, and he wants to truly improve himself, he should go and start from learning how to read and write.
Yes, that is the basic.
First, because even if you're a gatesman, you are a
but the person
whatever.
can watch YouTube. Can watch the video.
Let him watch YouTube how to read and write on YouTube.
If only YouTube, if it is only YouTube, and he does not learn how to read and write, his growth is going to be limited.
Yes.
You know, so the basics, just like what we are saying, the basics, start from the basics. See, we might not list all the jobs, all the skills in the world here, okay? I might say from my own experience, from what I've been doing and all. He might say from his experience and all. You also have your own experience. You might say from your experiences and all. For instance, we have people that are loaders. Look, you can be a security from being a loader. You can go for SIRA. You can be a lifeguard, you know, people that swim, that save people. You can be a chef. You can, go to culinary school or, whatever it is, you can learn. I have a friend that he was at my place yesterday. You met him. Okay, you also met him. He started as kitchen washer. What do you call that? Yes, but steward, yeah. A kitchen steward. He started as a kitchen steward. From there, he learned how to cook. From being a chef, now he's a chef supervisor. So this was, one step at a time. He was very consistent. I don't know if you understand.
There is something that they always say, follow who know road. Just get yourself a mentor. Get somebody that you take that person is successful, somebody, a a role model.
A mentor,
Yes, asking boss.
somebody that can be guiding you.
I don't want to learn how you make it.
Yeah.
I want to know the difficulties that you faced. Because if you can handle those difficulties, to make it will be very easy.
Easy.
But if you are focusing only on how to
And you don't.
to make, when those difficulties come now, you will fall back.
Okay.
So, like I told my brother behind a few days ago, I told him, like, whenever I study something, I don't study to pass. I study to know the back door, the way out. Even when I embarked in this project management, when I did it the first time I failed, the second time I failed. Then when I was studying again, I was not studying this to write and pass. I was studying to know what were those things that were making me fail, to know the root cause. Because any problem, if you have a problem, you solve it and you keep going, you have not solved a problem. Because that root cause is still there. Even in marriage, in relationship, you and your partner are fighting and so on. Just say, baby, I'm sorry. Just kiss and pass. It's still in the heart. If that root is not uprooted, if you don't remove that one from there, it will not go. But if you solve it first, then it means what? The problem itself will not reoccur again. So if you are writing or studying to know something, study it to know how to come out from the back door in case you get tired. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a question. If you have not done this project management,
Yes.
or if you are not a project
start again from
management
beginning.
tutor, what other career would you have chosen?
Me?
Yeah.
Give me anything, I will sell it.
No.
I will sell anything.
What career would you have chosen apart from what
You
you're
said,
doing now?
wait. You said you will sell anything.
Yes.
Tell people how to subscribe on this channel and be coming back.
Okay, fellow viewers, thank you for coming here today. It's an amazing day again to talk about the African community in the UAE and in the world. Our fellow host here is doing a great job. You see, what he's doing is to make you guys know that there are so many things that are happening here if you don't know how to go about them. Just follow his page, be consistent, subscribe so that whenever he drops something, you'll be the first person to be notified. And again, whatever thing that he dropped, if you pay attention and you follow everything that has been mentioned there, your life will never be the same.
Is anybody
Keep watching, keep following,
Wow.
keep looking,
Wow.
because his content, when I was contacted, I've been watching his thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this guy is a life changer. If I came to the UAE at that time without this knowledge, if I was following his platform, I would pick up from there. Like you guys asked a question, how can somebody that is a gate man doesn't know? I follow your life. If I'm that gate man, I will follow all your videos. Whatever nuggets that have been poured here, I will catch from there. I will find a way out.
Were you a pastor back home?
A pastor?
Yeah.
No, though I had that conviction.
Oh.
Yes, the
Because
That's the calling.
I know. By the way, God has given everybody
The calling.
that ability. Everybody is called.
Oh.
It depends on how
be
you
pastors?
use your own calling.
Everybody has been called to be
Yeah,
pastor.
you
To
are
be a
pastor.
servant.
You can serve. You can go there and preach the word of God to anybody. It is open. But it depends now how you use. Some people use their own in making money, catching cruise.
Okay, I wanted
Is that
to
not
ask.
the bottom line?
I wanted to ask a question so that we don't.
Before you answer
talk
the question, I want to
about.
answer one question they asked directly
Yeah.
Okay.
about what people can learn or something.
Yes.
Me, I'm into the content creation space, and
Yes.
I can only speak for content creators. I've noticed that there's a large gap or a huge gap here in the UAE for editors. I've seen a lot of people that have come to me and said they want, even companies say we want to create videos, we have videos, we need people that will edit it for me. I have a lot of content creators that they work and they do podcasts like this, they need editors. So if anybody out there can sit his whatever down for 3 months and learn how to edit. I promise you here in the UAE,
Yeah.
you will be able to feed for yourself at least.
So
Okay.
there is big market for video editors.
Yeah, video editors here in the UAE.
Okay, I have one question. Talking about the African community, I mean, we are here for the love of.
Is it open question or is it directed to somebody?
No, open question.
Okay.
We are here for the love of our continent, you know, for the love of our nations and continents. But there is one thing people used to say from our African descent that you mentioned follow who know road.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are some masters that want to always give their boys fish until they leave the UAE. Like, people are not revealing. People, they are selfish with ideas. They only want to eat. They are very, selfish about themselves and their families. And people are out there asking, how can we know these things? How can people lead us to go this path and get better for ourselves and families?
Okay, the answer is very straightforward. If you are with that person that is only trying to give you fish to eat, my friend, disconnect yourself from there, because you will never learn and you will never grow. You will always be under their shadow. I'll just take a very clear example. I'm a football fan. Okay,
Barca fan.
Barca fan. As I said, when Neymar and Lionel Messi were in Barcelona, Neymar was always under the shadow of who? Of Messi. So for him to come out in the limelight, he has to make a move. He never made that move, not because Barca wasn't playing well or playing time. Because what I know is that what players leave club because of lack of playing time, right? If you have a lot of playing time and you are honored there, you will not leave, and they pay you at the end of the day. But the problem here is Neymar wanted to make a name,
To shine.
right? It seems like you have that boss and you are just there feeding that person with fish, but that person want to be like you, and you don't want. So Neymar had to make a move, and you have to make a move. How do you make a move? Go do your research. Even spend money, meet consultant, because money attracts money.
True.
Spend money to get money. You can never make money in your comfort without spending.
Okay,
It's talking about this follow who know road. The question of how do we meet those people that know road here in the UAE?
And are we sure that they even know the road?
Exactly.
We can
They
be sure
go down-
because
they go down take for
from
road.
there, from whatever
There
you are
is
doing.
one-
People might project what they are not.
For example, if I want to be a safety officer, I meet a safety officer and join. If I want to be a content creator, I meet a content creator. But for somebody that is looking for a mentor,
Yeah.
how do we get to get
Okay,
with them?
there is what they call spirit of discernment. There is what also they call intuition. Okay, everybody have what they call intuition. When you meet somebody, if your intuition doesn't give you that spark, don't go.
How is the spark like? Is it like a shock or what?
You feel it by yourself.
Where? In the chest or head?
No, I think
Which part of the
you will.
body?
In you.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't need to tell you that this person is good or bad. You will have that feeling.
But what
inside.
if your judgment is wrong?
No,
No,
your judgment
somebody
cannot know.
you will learn from. Somebody that will teach you something from his mind is always open.
No, I think
Because see, the most people that have deceived people, that have duped people, are these kind of people you guys are mentioning right
Yes.
now. For instance, you want to go and do business with somebody, and you say, "Hey, because my spirit is accepting, my intuition is saying it's good." For instance, I mean, I'm not saying all are bad.
You know,
But-
he said there's somebody that will teach you role model. It's not somebody that it's not somebody you're going to give money
Money.
for.
No,
all those
I mean,
things.
see, when we are talking about
Somebody to learn from.
being subjective under somebody,
Yeah.
you can do anything with the person. Okay, somebody you trust to be your mentor, you can also trust him with money. I mean, if I go to you now to say, I want to be your mentee, I want you to mentor me, that means I have confidence and trust in you that you're going to guide me right.
Yes.
Not just about project management, maybe also about finance.
Everything, yes.
Yes. So you can, if you're not genuine, you can deceive me and dupe me. All right.
Okay.
So now, how do you segregate? How do you know those genuine people? How do you, fish them out?
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Recently, I came across something that happened with my name out here in Dubai. When it reached some few people's ears that know me, people say, there is some certain things that
You
if I
can't.
hear about this person, I can believe. There's some certain things that I cannot believe. My name have reached there. When it reached here, they say, this can never be him because of the type of lifestyle that you have been living. Your lifestyle is like a step, and for someone to follow that step, they will follow the type of lifestyle that you have been following. So it's something clear. Dubai is very small. If you do something here bad, your name will spread and everybody will know. So it's not like back home, like only Lagos alone. You can do something and get away with it because it's very big.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
also think, I think one of the best way to meet people or network with people is also you yourself be a person of value. And nobody wants a liability. So nobody is just going around looking for a baby to carry along or teach from scratch. If you have passion for anything, we have the world now is very small. The world in general is very small because of social media. Build yourself first. For example, I'll take myself for example. Because of this little audience I have, I can talk to I've met a lot of people, right? So if you have a little, for example, you want to be a content creator, you don't know how to make content, for example, you can start from learning how to edit. Then tomorrow, if you meet a content creator and you're helping him edit, definitely he wants to take you out or learn how to set camera, for example. Tomorrow, you see a content creator, you tell him, okay, can I just hold your camera for you? Definitely, he'll be taking you along whenever he has shoots. Then you are learning so whatever you have passion for, try to build yourself at least a little, know the basics. When you meet this person, a marketer, for example, you can speak to him in his marketing terms. It will be easy to carry you along.
Just to top up as we wrap up the show for today, talking about value. Value is something that I love projecting it anywhere and everywhere because it is value that rule the world.
Yeah.
It is value that rule the world.
Yes.
If you are a person of inestimable value, somehow you're going to be placed highly wherever you find yourself. Something is going to fish you out. Okay? If we are gathered in one room and we are doing something and you are a person of value, you've loaded yourself. Somehow, something will fish you out and people will know that this person is of value. One advice for our African brothers and sisters out there, it's not easy. Let's be truthful. It's actually not easy. And some people that have actually made it, it's not as if they are the most intelligent. It's not as if they are the smartest. It's not as if they are the ones that have read the highest number of courses. There are people, when you go to their wardrobe, you're going to see 20-something certifications in different institutes and all. But they are still earning somewhere around 2,000, 3,000. So again, I don't want to go deep into this, but then if you are well placed, don't think that people that are not well placed are lazy. Don't think that people that are not well placed, they are stupid. At times it happens with time. I do tell people that there is morning, there is afternoon, and there is night. Okay,
for everybody.
Yes, your visitation might come in the morning. If I am not patient, maybe mine has been programmed to come in the afternoon or evening. If I'm not patient, I will get envious. I will get jealous to say, why is it happening to Victor in the morning? Why I am there? I am older than Victor. I have more sense than Victor, although he has bigger head than me. I can say things like this.
I will not measure this.
So if I say things like this, not being patient, I might miss my own visitation. So people should also give that free hand to others. If your workplace accommodates people, let people be able to benefit from what God has also given you. Don't be selfish. Don't only look. I know people that, because of where they are, they only mingle with people that have similar things like them of their class, which is not supposed to be so. All right. And if you, in so much that you're opening your hand to welcome people, be sure to fish out the sheep away from the goat, and the goat from the sheep. How do they say?
Yeah.
Because there are people that would actually mar your name or taint your name, just like he was saying. I don't know details about it, but people can taint your name. All right. There is something that my friends know. I mean, you, and we are becoming friends recently. They know it, that one thing I don't joke with is my name. I don't joke with my name. Whatever I'm doing, I love to do it professionally. I was going somewhere and somebody said, this is not a professional setting. I said, no, whatever is going to bring me out there has to be professional. Inside the house, we can do whatever we are doing, but projecting it out there, it has to be professional because you don't know where it's going. It's flying places. So people should be able to sell themselves as well positively.
Yeah.
And
that thing is,
just to add, just 1 minute. He mentioned people visitation are different. People will go to their wardrobe, they have certificate. Man, don't take your certificate and sleep on them. Go out there. Opportunities will not come and meet you on your bed or in your house. Go out there, because it happened to me. Because the more you go out there, the more you become so open.
Yeah. And talking about this whole networking thing of it, I've noticed that a lot of people these days like to send DMs. I want to bring that. He did something that I like so much. When he wanted to reach out to me, he knew he was very intelligent. He knew that my TikTok page is very busy. He went to my Instagram, but what he did that caught my attention was he went straight to the point. He told me everything he wanted. He told me what he has to offer. He told me how we can work together. And we work together. Now we are becoming friends from that. But if you come to my TikTok page, for example, you see a lot of hi. People, I don't understand why people come to my DM
No,
and
they
just
are
like,
high. Leave them to be high.
so if you are messaging,
They are very high.
Honestly, this world nowadays,
So you
a
have-
lot of pride.
I don't even think it's pride. I think people just don't know.
They need help. They don't know how to
They
get
don't
the
know,
help.
yeah. Because if you're messaging someone that is
Yeah.
busy,
I need something, right?
True.
I need exposure. I went to him because I know I'm out there. I know how people, I have a lot of inboxes that I've not opened on TikTok. Because I see that if I don't open this inbox, then he that is so much exposed, he will not be opening all. I said, okay, now that you have an Instagram page, Instagram is much more, not that much engaged. So from there, they text there,
Yeah.
you prioritize it.
Yeah, true.
So that's why I didn't say hi.
He
I
went-
text everything
yes.
from A to Z. What I want, this
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
A to Z. Then whenever he will reply me, he will know
Give you the
how
answers.
to.
Yeah.
so that person, that your mentor, whoever, where's my camera? This, right?
Yeah.
That your mentor, whoever you want to,
Yeah.
the same thing that you see in him that makes you want him to mentor you.
Yeah.
Millions of other people too are seeing that.
Yeah.
He is a busy person. So go straight to the point. Tell him, sir or ma or whatever. I do this. I study this. I have this.
But the person should do it first, right?
Definitely.
Yes, you should do first.
I want us to do this together. Don't just go there and say hi. Some people say they say hi, you ask them how are you, they tell you fine, and you what are you and you for? What are we discussing?
Victor, I have one question for you.
Ask me.
Yeah. So, just what he was saying,
Yeah.
something struck my mind. You see, in life, it might just be one person you need to change your life entirely.
Yeah.
Just one person. Talking about African community here, what does your brand, Vic Influential,
Yeah.
all right, that we are representing today, what does your brand have in stock for Africans? Because see, we are going to talk as much as we can here to advise people. Now we're talking about practically, having to maybe meet these people face to face, or it can be a question for all of us. What do we have in stock for these people? If truly we have passion
Yeah.
to see that we change lives positively. I'm not a pastor, and nobody's a pastor. So we are not talking about spiritually now. You are blessed. You are blessed, it works. But now I'm talking about layman.
Okay, yeah, I understand. I want why I have been interviewing mostly Africans is because if you look at, I am a chef by profession. That is what I'm doing. And after this video right now, I'm going back to work.
Wow.
From work, I came here. From here, I'm going back to work. Right? So I believe I am not far from most people. We are still together. This is kind of connecting us with Africans and getting people like you because of I want to go here, right? So I know the kind of questions I'm going to ask both of you, and hopefully that are kind of questions they want to hear. So I want to use my platform to educate Africans. One, I want to use my platform to let them know that whatever it is that they want to do is very, very possible. When I started with my video, all the new videos that I have done, all my old videos are still there. So they can go back to when I was still packing sand. It's not that I was packing sand, but the video that I was doing is kind of, I was learning how to cross. So I didn't remove that video, they are still there. I want to use my platform, right, to let Africans know, mostly here in UAE, that we can become so much more. Anything that we want to be, we can come together, we can network together, I want to use my platform to speak directly to Africans.
Is it also in your plans? I mean, you've got a brand,
Yeah.
and Lopi has got a brand as well, and you guys have got visibility, to a good extent. All right. So, is it also in your plans? Of course, my brother here has got a brand. I have a brand, but then our brands are not as visible as yours,
Yes.
projected out there. So, do we have plans to say, we want to bring these people together, not just us here. We look for people that have like minds. I know banter with South Africans. I don't know if they are going to be able to join.
Yeah, we are going to. That's why he's a Cameroonian,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to invite a Malian and a Cameroonian, right? So the guy had something to do today, so he could not be here. And my next video is going to be with a Ghanaian, and maybe hopefully a Cameroon or another thing, because sometimes I send some people message, they don't reply.
I'm talking about an offline setting now.
Yeah.
Offline.
Because we have to come meet each other. We already have an event center here that we are shooting right now, a place that we can meet for.
No, offline that will take up to like 200
if you ask
people.
me,
Yes,
if you ask me that same question,
yes.
I have something like that planned.
Okay.
He too has something like that planned because
Okay.
of his this thing, his field. So he helps people get into the project management. He has a group and all. I told myself, I was discussing this with a friend a few months ago.
Yeah.
About this my interview I do, because mainly I interview entrepreneurs, professionals, experts, right? So now that we have a hall like this now, before I discussed with a friend of mine that if we can do this interview live, where people come in, they bring 2-3 successful business people, Africans here in the UAE, we have audience too, where they can ask them questions, then answer. We have this in stock. Probably before the end of the year, we'll do it.
Oh, that is satisfactory.
I just to spy with what
we are working on that.
Okay, awesome.
what Lopi said.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, businesses are not making profit, not like they don't know how to make businesses. Business owners are losing money not because there is something wrong, but the process that they use in making that money is wrong. I will say it again. People make money and they spend money, they don't have a lot of profit, not because they don't know how to do. They need to have a process, a framework, a principle to follow. I, for one, I joined a company in 2018, 2019. The company was making below 100 to 200K a month. When I came there, I restructured it with my own process, with my own operational system, okay? I break the chain from that 200,000 below to 400,000 ahead because I save time, I save cost, and I save money. And all that money go to where? To the profit side. Somebody is assigned to go and do a job, okay? He doesn't update on my way. Because once you update, once you reach at the site, it gives me now the back office and the team to know that this job will take maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So that whenever I'm programming another job, I give you back to back. So that you are not left free. But if I don't know when you reach there, how long will the job take, and when you finish, how will I know on how to give you the next task? So I was into facilities management. They were doing all sorts of maintenance, renovation, and so on. So we do also on call-out base. They call you, you go there, and you charge on hourly base. And when a guy is going there, you are not updated, you are losing money. Poor reporting system, no proper communication. Client is not informed, client is not updated. Maybe the team go there because the back-end sales team didn't inform the client the time that the team will be there. The client move out. And the team have wasted petrol and go there and wasted time also. And the work is not done.
Work is not done, yeah.
Money is gone.
So I want to direct the question.
So the process is wrong. The procedure is all wrong. So this is what I was discussing, like entrepreneurs, they need to come and sit and learn, how to manage their businesses. It's very important. There is a process, there is a way. I don't only teach people, I also work as a consultant. I set a principle to your team and they work with that principle. Every once a week or twice a week, I come and cross-check and make sure that the process, people have not come out of that process. So it's very important. And talking on the event on how to bring these African people to integrate them to be much more agile or make more money for themselves is something that I was thinking to bring in people here. They sit, we talk to them and have a one-on-one with them to try to understand who they are.
I want to direct the question to Sir Mike. The same question you asked us. Do you have anything in stock for Africans?
Oh, awesome. Like, Vic Influencer was telling me, at times we get so busy and we neglect some of these things. So he was telling me that he's going to revive. In English, we also call that rejuvenate, that spirit amongst us to see that we go back to these things we have passion for. Of course, these are things we have passion for. I'm a people person, one of my leadership regime where I led over 1,000 people, minimum 1,000 people, it is something I love people. I love impacting in people. So yes, I have plans, and why I mentioned it is so we can collectively look into it. The Englishman says two good heads,
Better than one.
not very big head.
Okay,
I'm saying big head.
how fast, how soon can we promote it and do it?
I'm always available, he knows. I
He's
don't
the-
work for anybody anytime.
For now, he's the project manager. in our
Let him
team.
manage his time.
Let's
and all.
help us
The
manage
framework.
this project.
The
Trust
framework
me.
and the
It is
Yes,
process.
framework and
Trust me,
Yeah.
this is a project for you to manage.
Vic Influential.
Yes, sir.
Trust me. This will take you from another level.
So we should promote it and do it this year. We have like
Yeah,
4 months
this
to go.
The year is too far for me. Because
If you give
December,
us the structure, probably we can work with
November,
it.
December, people makes money.
Okay.
So you will not wait till when the whole time of making money is over. Give them that knowledge so that towards that time to make money, they utilize that knowledge to make that money. So the earlier, the better.
Okay, we are giving the action plan to our project manager.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get it. So you draw the framework, draw the process. I'm glad that we are being recorded so that we can come back to this video.
Yes.
If after they are following us
Yes.
in Vic Influential's page and they don't see this coming on, they will come and hold you. Please, if it doesn't come on, please you come and hold him.
So give them
this-
3 months or 2 months right from when I post this video.
1 month.
From the day of posting this video, maximum 2 months,
2 months.
which is 60 days.
Okay.
Please stay connected, and I beg you people, you will not go back the same. Subscribe again, as I said, this page is not to come and catch cruise. We are not here to come and get likes and get paid by YouTube. Though that one will come on later on, but the main important thing is first of all to learn, to get something that can change you in one way or the other. So if you are not subscribed, you will not get those things constantly. Because I am a football fan. Any channel that talks about football, pin, I'm there. Because once it is reached 1 minute, I'm the first person to see.
Okay. Our closing. I wanted to ask, is there any other thing you want to ask, Lopi?
No, I'm done.
Okay, I wanted to ask, you see, this is just like a new channel I opened, my podcast channel. It has about 446 subscribers. So with your experience, you might not have much experience with YouTube, but with your experience in life and your progress, you and Chima, what do you think we should do? What plans we should put in place to grow this channel as soon as possible to get to the larger audience that we are planning to get to?
Okay, I believe you already have what it takes. You already have people, 400 people. For someone to generate 400 plus people is not a daily break. Okay, you already have that audience. Now, for you to target your audience now, first of all, sit down and know the type of audience that you have. Once you know the type of audience that you have, you know now what you can give them. At the end of the day, everyone is looking on how to make money, right? So now we are in the UAE. Before I came here, I had to go and browse your page. That is why somebody that want to learn or goes for an interview need to know, because this is like an interview to me. I need to know what you are working on. I've already seen the type of video that you make and so on and so forth. Now, the problem now is to make those people that are seeing this video for years, learning few things, and start to see the video now on how to make money. It's not only about learning now. They have been learning the things facing in Dubai, all over the world, the black community. They have learned all of those, right? So now, how can they use what they have learned to generate money? So it will be based now on what we can work on and come and give it to them. These are the steps, these are the way, and these are the things that you need to do to make this money.
Okay, Mr. Chima.
All right, thank you so very much.
Very briefly, because we've
yeah.
already spent too much time.
Okay, so just to top up on what my brother has said here, I think another thing is consistency. Already you are dishing out value, all right? So what you do is something very great. You have to be consistent because people need to look for you and find you, all right? Again, just like he mentioned, you need varieties of people that would tell people practical things they need to do to advance, to get better, all right? Again, we've mentioned about, integration, like other people coming together, host conferences. All these things will bring you to that limelight, okay? It is good to note that you don't have a big name from the scratch. Like big name I meant to say is like, in Nigeria now, in Africa, we have skit makers, people that are making a lot of, they have names. So now you're fighting for yourself to stand. It is going to be a bit difficult for you, but consistency, you keep promoting value. And what you do is not like skit of funny skits that people would want to go and laugh all the time. At times, learning is boring. Learning is something difficult. People, like he rightly said before, a lot of people do not want to be told what to do. So learning is boring. There are people that is it Vic influencer? He wants to talk about this one again. The Akale Wale. Those times will come, all right. But if you're consistent, you keep dishing out value, then you'll be sought after. And then maybe before I'll see you, then you tell me to book tickets. Come and see you.
No, we're going to see next week.
Inshallah.
Next month.
Inshallah, it's
For
okay.
our conference.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you, Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Victor, the
Yes,
Vic
yes.
influencer,
My co-host.
Mr. Lupi,
I will send my own on
Mr.
My God.
Lawrence.
I got too much. Yeah, I got too much.
You got cut out.